Mister, thank you very much for your comment. I hold it near and dear to my heart. Thanks for being a super fan. And happy birthday. Yesterday I put out a video and it was called Big Money Rock. Well, Big Money Rock. One of the subscribers asked a question about it. And it was kind of funny because after I made the video, I found a box. Oh, this box has been floating around in here, hidden for a while, and I completely forgot all about it. Anyway, I'm about to show you what Big Money Rock is. I had just recently purchased a large saw, a large wet saw. And then I have a smaller one yet. And, God damn it, sit there. There you go. Anyway, the small saw, you get about maybe 1.25 inches of height from a 7-inch blade. So you can't really cut into, say, something like this. So that saw there is, I believe it's 10 or 15 inches. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to do some modifying to it to put a large blade on it. And its new purpose will be for sawing rock. And with Big Money Rock, like that video I made, that rock there, in my mind, is about $20. And the reason for it is because it produces some of the most unusual points. A lot of people do obsidian. And I mean, for myself, I sit here and I knock out obsidian arrowheads just for necklaces, or if I'm building arrows or whatever the case. And you get pretty bored with black, dacite, and mahogany. I mean, like there's one I'm working on right now. And $5 rock is for those moments when you really feel enough confidence to pound the lunch money out of it. And as you've seen in the video, I kind of like strewn away from beating on it too much. It actually came out pretty decent. I'm happy with the outcome of it. I mean, it has a few steps here and there and it needs a little bit more trimming yet, but I haven't done much more with it. I'm trying to find my flashlight. There we go. See that? It's kind of like being that guy in the barroom at 2 o'clock. You know you're going home with a chubby girl. Being chubby, there's nothing wrong with that. Chubby girls are sexy. They really are. But we're just using it as a scenario. You're never going to get the high-class girl at 2 o'clock in the morning when Tito and Juan and some of the fancier name guys are there. Anyway, a rock like this goes anywhere between $15 to $20. So what I do is I saw it up into slabs. I haven't yet, but I'm going to. My smaller tile saw, I cut up like TV glass, stuff like that, and made some pretty decent preforms. I have some high money jasper and stuff like that. Beer bottle bottoms, all kinds of good stuff that I collect during my walks. Not the jasper though, that I purchased from a gentleman on Facebook. And it gets pretty expensive, but I like jasper. And when you can buy jasper slabs and see, like this is fiber optic. So what you end up doing is you end up drawing little, like this I would cut in half and make 2 triangular pieces from it. And that's about $4. It's pretty thick though. And I have actually sent these through the saw at halfway point all the way through the center, and then I had to flip it upside down, and they make pretty crooked points, but nonetheless, I mean, this is fiber optic. These make beautiful points. I took one of those and just did this. Look at that. I'm not crazy about the red, white, and blue because it makes it look crooked. But that's on cue. But that's how it gets when you have the winter blues. Because now you have all this stuff sitting around and you know you want to break into it, but you shouldn't. You gotta wait till springtime. Anyways. This here is rainbow. I get these from a gentleman in California. And this would probably be Davis Creek. And I've dealt with this gentleman quite a bit. He's very quick. And he doesn't like to be monkeyed around. So when I send him a message, he knows he's going to get paid probably within the next 10 seconds. And then I usually end up getting the box rather quickly. Sometimes I tell him, it's like, you know, it's not a big rush. And it's like, boom, 3 hours later, it's there. It's not 3 hours, but it feels that way sometimes. Let me show you something quick. Hang on. Now, I'm not saying he does this for everybody, but just to show you how expensive that rock was. Wall-to-wall carpeting in the box. You don't want his shit broke. Neither do I. And this video is not to brag. I just feel like sometimes I have the extra money and I want something fancy. And you're going to have to pay the price. There you go. Looks like a piece of junk, right? You got clear smoky in here, clear, bright orange, bright red, and jet black. Now I have quite a bit of these, and I better set them aside. I've been busting into a few of these myself, taking flakes and stuff from them. See that? I can honestly tell you, when you put this thing out in the sunshine, you're going to be all like, wow. Look at that. Can you imagine how many slabs I can cut from that? I have more rock laying around somewhere, but I actually have I've collected large rocks from the creek out in the yard here. I have like different types of jasper that we have here, and I get lucky every so often. Creamy quartz, and sometimes you get like floor, wall tile, stuff like that, and I find it in the creeks because it washes down, whatever, and then it just gets stuck somewhere, and then I find it and I get all giddy, and my friends just look at me like I'm a jerk, but it produces pretty neat points. Anyway, the box. I was kind of surprised and I smiled at the same time. This is the box. Same guy. Duct tape. Is that tacky? No, it's not tacky. He just doesn't want his shit broke. And neither do I. And with all the bubble wrap and cardboard in there, it's like this thing comes and it's like a solid block. I just came in from outside. My nose is runny. Plus smoking doesn't help. Every time I smoke, I get the whiffles and sniffles. But anyway, this is what I'm looking for. And this is the way I was buying them from him, and then I would cut them down into shapes and stuff for myself. Now if I wet that, you'd be like, oh my god, I gotta have it. But you're not gonna get it unless you buy your own. And I don't sell blanks, don't ask. Some more rainbow. Quite possibly Mexican velvet. It's pretty fancy. And I'm not gonna lick it. Sorry, Charles. I'm not gonna wet it with, you know what? Ooh, I am gonna wet it. I just realized I have some water here on the side. Dave's about to wow you. before I get it in my lap. Make me look like I peed my pants. Oh. Okay, this is a bit more gray than anything, but still. Oh my God. I wish we had some sunshine. Trust me, I won't stop there. Yeah, that's more gray than anything, so that was probably a bad sample. The lighting in here is pretty poor too. Yeah. See, Rex Tex, he sent me some slabs, and that's what I'm going to do with them. Cut them into neat little triangles. It's a shame they're not doing anything. At least, maybe they are on camera, but... Here's one that's pretty unknown. But it's kind of smoky all the way through. And he doesn't just send normal obsidian either. Sometimes it looks like that, and then when you start breaking into it, it's got like a really high reflective quality. I've seen these that actually look like chrome, and that's pretty cool. I've made many of car mirror hangers, and people pay big money. I like making big money. I'm not greedy. Big money means more rock. We like more rock. And you can probably see some of the colors in there. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Oh, here's one that looks insane already. Just give me a moment. There's a lot of oil on them from the saw. But I mean, look at the lines. Now there's purple. Well, it's rainbow. It's all the colors of the rainbow. And when you make points from this stuff, girls love that shit. Yeah. Won't tell my Weon. She doesn't like me going out with girls. Safe. Okay, here's one. This would probably be midnight lace. Look at that. If this was pudding, you'd be having fun all day. Another piece of it. And some more. Now, if you're interested in buying some of this, I'll gladly help you out. The man's name is Cody Stemler, and you can find him on Facebook. Sometimes you get good deals, sometimes he pampers you. I'm not saying he will. You tell him I sent you, and then he'll pamper me. But then again, he already does. Sometimes he just throws extra stuff in. I've actually gotten, make sure I got it all in the box here. I've actually made a deal with him one time. He wanted a tomahawk. Said he had a pipe stem. So I happen to have brass tomahawk heads laying around, which I don't work with anymore. And I had 4 of them. I sold 3 of them. I made tomahawks, of course. And then, one, I polished it up and I sent it to him. Give me a second, I'll show you a few. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, I did a trade with a few people a little while ago, and I have yet to make the shadow boxes for my hired a guy, but I haven't heard from him in a while. These are Steve Saffold, and if you want to buy anything from him, I'm going to show you the card right away. He has his own YouTube channel as well, and there it is, True to Tradition Lithics. There, if you want to contact him. He makes knives, necklaces, earrings. He is a true artisan, and he can hold that title because he is a true artisan. These I got from a gentleman and a swap a while ago. These are Jasper. This gentleman's name is John Jacob. The coolest thing he sent though was this. I love Jasper. Another true artisan. And John, if you're watching, which I'm pretty sure you're not, they're dusty, but I'll clean them off before I put them in a box. This is a special box because these are all gonna get put in special boxes, shadow boxes, and then they'll be hanging on my wall, and only the greats can be hanging on my wall. Anyway, got a little bit of tape here, give me a minute. Now getting back to Cody Stemler, the man that sold me the high dollar rock. He also makes arrowheads. This guy is insane. You can't get much better than that. I've seen a lot of good artisans, and that is nuts. Could you shoot a deer with it? You could. Would it last? I highly doubt it because she's thin. Set that there where it's safe. Here's one he made from mahogany. Nice little stem point. Again, thin. I wouldn't suggest you brush your teeth with it. I have thought once or twice about digging in my ear. But my most treasured possession came from a man in Texas, and everybody knows him. Everybody, because all the comments I read is like, oh my God, I learned from you, and which they did, because he was the guy that taught me the things I know. If you don't notice that work, then shame on you. The gentleman's name is Jack Craftys. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know, I have a lot of things in my possession that I'm proud of. Like a photo with me and Dave Mustaine, the lead singer from Megadeth. Yeah. That was one of my favorite days. Great guy. Nobody gets their picture taken with him, but thanks to my little girls, Mr. Mustaine he loves children. He's like, okay, we'll do it. And he did. I got a book signed from him. And I thought, man, that's pretty damn cool. But Jack Craftys, those points is my second favorite thing I possessed in my lifetime. Look, I'm getting all emotional over it, like a little girl. Yeah, like a little school girl. But that's what's planned with this stuff. Now, like I said, the gentleman's name is Cody Stemler, and you can find him on Facebook. Like I said, tell him I sent you. And that will end this video because nobody wants to sit and stare at Dave's face. Not for 20 minutes. Oh my God, was it really 20 minutes? Anyways, I need to get back to work. So, folks, see you on the next video.